All right, so here we are. We continue from where we left off. So now we have imported our database, which is MD Water Services. Now, so with this code here, we can be able to reference that particular schema or database. So once I execute this code, you will see that the highlight will not be on the United Nations anymore. It will be here. The other way to do it is to just double click on it. That's the most easiest way to do it. But if you wish to use a code, then you can just say use MD Water Services, and then I will execute it, and you can see already what is happening here. You can see already what is happening here. So this is the database is highlighted, and then the tables are also showing. Now you can just click here, and then you have a feel of or an idea the names of the various tables that you have here. This is it, the names of the various tables that you have here. Otherwise, if you want it to show around this place or this particular place, then you will just execute this particular code. You can see here, show tables, that's all. And then you put your semicolon. So once you execute show table and you enter or you execute it, this is what you see. Excuse me. Okay. So like I was explaining earlier on, if you have other codes within the same file that you are working and you want to execute, sometimes you may have to use the execute the statement under the keyboard cursor. So where your cursor is, that is where the execution will happen. But if you want to execute it and it is free, everything in there, you use this one. So at least when you highlight on it, you can read and then see what exactly you are doing. So let's come here. We can see from here already the tables that we have. Compare what you have here and then what you have there. So in the slides, we were asked to look at the tables that we have. And with this, you can see tables in MD Water Services. That's the same thing we were shown on the slide. If you want to look at it, let's have a feel of that. So here, sorry, just a second for us to see. So if you go into our slides, you will see that that is exactly what we have there. Okay, so here you can see it. That is what we have here. So that means that at least we are doing the right thing. So if we scroll down from here, if I use the down key, you can see we have data dictionary, employee, global water access, location, visits, water quality, water sources, and well pollution table. So these are the tables that we have here. Now, what is the next? You can see, so if we are asked how many tables we have here, you can easily count from here or you can count from there and see how many tables we have. Then, yeah, so at least when you count, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you know we have 8 tables here. Okay, so the next thing we are asked to do in the same slide is what are the names of these tables which we have already checked. These are the names of the tables, so we know it for sure. Now let's go further. Then we are asked to use the select option or the select command, select all command, to query our location table. So let me go down here. So the command or the instruction is that we retrieve the first 5 records from each of the tables. So we just input select, and the asterisk we know is all from. So where are we selecting all from? Now we want to, the instruction that we do location. So our location table is where we want to look at. That's the first thing we want to look at. And then the instruction is that we should put a limit on it to tell which. So at least maybe 5 records from there wouldn't be bad. So let's limit it to 5 and then execute it from here where the cursor is, and let's see how it goes. So here we are. We have our 5, if you like, the limit of 5 showing. Are we having 5 here? Let's see if it is 5. We have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see where it started from, and then the last one is a null. I don't know why it is showing us the null, but that is what we have. So we have our 5. Perfect. Now in the same manner, if you scroll down the slides, you will see the command for the next table that we have to look for. But let's look at this quickly. Now you are selecting from this location table and you are giving it a limit of what? 5. Now you may have a situation where you don't want to see any of the null value. So I can say this, that I want to see select all from a location table where, look at what I'll do, where what I want to look at this particular one. I want to look at the location ID. So I'll come here, I'll put location ID. Oh, sorry, I think I didn't copy the right thing. You can always copy from here and then send it. Either you are copying from here or simply let me just write location. Wow, my mind going. Location underscore ID. That's it. So where location ID is not, this is our not equal to, if you remember. So not equal to what? Null. Not equal to null, and then we close it like this. Okay, so with this we should be able to execute this, and then it will take the null out. So let's see, we are still limiting to the 5. It's showing us some error here. Okay, saying that it is not a valid it's not valid at that position. Let's see. Okay, so that is absolutely right. Let me see. Okay, so I was putting 2 signs here. Once I remove the equal sign, I guess that this time it has to be okay. Beautiful. So it was executed. Now let's see. So probably this was not part, or is not supposed to be part of the table, but our code is perfect. Now like I said, so I will just take off this because it's not part of the instruction. It's not part of the instruction. So let's keep it simple. Now from here you can look at all the other tables that we have, but if you want to be sure, when you scroll down you will have the rest of the instruction. The next one is to look at the visit table. So I will just change this one, okay, and then I will say visit table. So visit, okay, visit. Once when you write and then you omit anything, it will not work. Just remember that. So let me execute this also. So whilst you execute, you look at the output and see if it is green. Once it shows green, it means that you are good. So let's see if we have 5 here. Yes, it's showing us 5 rows from the visit table. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, sorry, 0. That is 0 is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you can take notice of the columns, the names of the columns. We have record ID, location ID, source ID, time of record, visit count, time in queue, assigned employee ID, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. What is the next that we are? So as you query it, you compare with what is in the slides to make sure that you are actually getting what is expected of you. So here we are. Here is the visit table. You can see clearly that it is exactly what we are seeing on our screen. So let's go back to it. Let's see if we change it. What's the next that we are asked to look for? The next is water source table. So let's look at the water source table. One of the approach we were taught in one of the walkthrough is the water source. You can just go click on it and then lift it here. Boom, it is there. So with this, when you come and execute where the cursor is, it shows here. And we have source ID. We have type of water source, number of people served. So we are taking note of the columns as well. From there, like I said, as you go, you compare with what is on the slides to make sure that you are getting exactly the same thing. Okay, so here you will see that on the slide it was 94, but here we are having 942. I don't know whether it's an error on the part of the slides. So this is it. It goes on and on and on and on and on like that. So we now know what our tables are about. So let's go and come back, and when we get back, we are going to look at what instruction more we are given. Remember that this particular table, that the instruction is from here, or the command is from here. Select, this means all, from, then you name the particular table. You are not referencing the particular database, because at the top of this code you have put something over there which says use MD water services. So you have highlighted it. So all these codes are calling on or going into that database to fetch the table that you have queried, and then give you the results according to the conditions that we set. This is how simple the whole thing is. So like I said, we'll come back in this video again, and then we'll look at what is next. Thank you so much.